Now imagine all the fun we could have if all of this technology we were talking about earlier were available to everyone across the world. Then we could all become gamers.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? We could all become little Gareth Woods running around with our little Nintendos, in case, well, you're wondering what I'm talking about. Right now, he's got one of the latest games to show us.
Right, we are back with Gareth Woods, our gaming expert, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show after he had a brilliant trip to Germany. And yesterday we heard about the brand new Nintendo Switch Labo, and it is absolutely impressive, Gareth.
Yeah.
I think you whet our appetites, a lot of gaming appetites
yeah.
out there, exactly. So we spoke about the fact that, you know, what it is, you know, that it's these essential toys that you build via cardboard box, and it's absolutely amazing. But what else is it? What does it do besides, you know, the box?
Yeah. So obviously, I mean, what they prescribe for you to play and the different games, that's all great, and it's super fun, and you will have hours and hours of entertainment just doing that.
Like we saw you do.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing, though, that was exciting for me was the fact that, like, once that's all done, they kind of show you the garage, which is really all the tech that's available, but kind of do your own thing. So I recorded some clips what they would let me show you guys. But for example, we use the piano. Then it's got obviously it's using infrared to track where the keys are being moved. You can then put a piece of paper in there, and it tracks the picture that you put in there, and that can be used then to create a fish for your fishing game. So we did that there, cut this weird little shape, put him on there.
Whoa, hang on, via the piano?
Yeah, using the piano, because it's got this infrared camera that's busy tracking all the motion you put in there. So if you put in a kind of cardboard cutout in there, it analyzes, cool, that's the shape of your fish, then puts in the game. Afterwards, you're decorating it, so you're pressing the buttons, and you added some stars and made some massive googly eyes on him, and then in the game he goes. So then when I'm playing the fishing game, there's my fish. Name it whatever I want. You know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's that sort of stuff. We use the RC car totally in the dark. Yeah. So because it's got an infrared camera, I'm using the camera there to steer the thing. So there's all these obstacles where they hit a little like Super Mario figurine in there, and there we are in the dark, night vision mode, like literal zero light, but you can see using the infrared camera, you know, moving it around. So it's using all the different tech in different ways. And then the one part that they didn't let me record, but it's very, very exciting, was that there's all the kind of tech that they're using in the games is available for people to tweak and do their own thing. So there's like logic gates. So you can sit there going, all the different pieces of tech or stimulation, whatever, you can have inputs and then outputs. So say, for example, I want the Labo, I want the controller to vibrate, to maybe like shake a little character, whatever, make him move, like my RC car. I can have, for example, the input being a light source, or motion from the other controller could make this controller move. So I can set up my little logic gate, and then all of a sudden I shine a torch on the infrared camera. It goes, yes, we've got the signal that we need, and the result is make my little RC car vibrate. So you can make the RC car be light-powered, for example. So instead of you pressing a button, you shine a light at the little controller, and it will vibrate because that's what you've set up. So you can do literally anything you want.
Look, man, but this now really moves away from your gaming. We spoke about it. But what is the application of this? I mean, it almost feels like now we're moving into educational stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I think there's a lot of ways it can be used as an educational toy. But what I'm super excited for, I want to get this in the hands of like the design and Daba guys, or like some engineering students, and go, cool, like create something. Yeah, I don't know if you remember those like breakfast machines that were super famous, of like the pin rolls down and hits the dominoes and then cooks the breakfast. And then I want to see you guys doing that. I mean, literally what they showed us in maybe a 5-minute demonstration. I mean, the one they had was like a ping pong machine, for example, where like you have the controllers attached to 2 plastic or cardboard paddles. But then what you do is you have the Nintendo screen light up, like this ball kind of animates. And so, for example, the ball moves, and it sits there, it stays until I turn the controller, and that's the input it needs to make the ball move back. So you're making a very rudimentary ping pong game, and that the guys set up in like maybe 2-3 minutes. And so I can't even imagine what guys are going to be able to do once they get their hands on this sort of stuff.
I mean, can you imagine what it would mean for guys can really sit and use their imaginations and how they can do this?
100%.
Who's this for, man? Because you spoke about guys with design and Daba. Is this for the average guy like you and me?
So that's what I love about it, is that, first of all, the great fun of building the stuff. So I built the RC car, maybe takes you like 10-15 minutes, but then like the real monstrosities like the piano and the robot suit, that's like 2-3 hours of fun. And you can do that yourself or with your kids. I mean, a lot of the guys who were at the event were like YouTubers that have sort of like kids channels. So there's like the dad with his kid, or like the mom with their kids, whatever, and they're building it, having a lot of fun, decorating it, doing their thing. But then afterwards, like, there's the game. So you're playing the piano, you're playing the fishing game, whatever, you're doing what's almost prescribed of you. But then afterwards, in terms of like the limitless hours you can do with it, that's where I think that I'm going to have the most fun with it, is the design your own contraptions. And you got to know that the internet's just going to be full of, once guys post ideas, go, hey, you want to build your own, you know,
exactly.
RC car powered by your piano, then like someone's going to show you how to do it, and then you'll be able to design your own. It's just going to be this almost like snowballing effect of people like sharing ideas.
I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of it. Just quickly before we wrap, when can we expect it in South Africa?
So it launches end of April. That's when it'll obviously be here. Hopefully we'll get our hands on some for you guys to test it live and be able to show everyone what it's all about.
I can't wait.
A month to go, I guess.
Gareth, I can tell how excited you are for this, man. You literally light up, man. I haven't seen you like this before. The new Nintendo Switch Labo. So if you've come across it, if you've heard about it, but no doubt we are going to be talking about it quite a lot going into the future.